Today, 7 veterans who served their country were laid to rest in a public ceremony after no family members claim their remains. Hamilton's Westtown Funeral Home has again stepped up to provide proper military burials. WHO 13's Roger Riley was at the service today. He joins us now live from the Iowa Veterans Cemetery. Such an important service in our community, Roger.
Yes, it's hard to believe, Janae, that this is necessary, but the veterans were cremated and the remains were just left on a shelf. Nobody claimed them. Now, Lene Strovers of Hamilton's took on the project of organizing a community service for these veterans. And just so you know who they are, Melvin Jackson Bernard, he was of the U.S. Army. Michael Robert Baxendale of the U.S. Marine Corps, along with his wife, was also included in the burial service, Margaret. Also, Larry John Carlin of the U.S. Air Force, Michael Garwood Myers of the U.S. Navy, Joseph Raymond Neves of the U.S. Army, and also John Marcus Rice of the U.S. Navy, and Lennis Lester Lang of the U.S. Army.
You might think, I can't believe that family wouldn't pick up their loved ones. It's not necessarily the case. As Lene found out, a lot of these people just simply don't have family left to come and claim them. As she figured this out, she realized that if there was no family to come and claim, then there would be no family to lay them to rest either. To us, sitting on a shelf is not dignified. It is not respectful. And so now it is our job to give them the dignity and respect that they do deserve.
Oh, this is the 4th time that Hamilton's has organized a service like this. There were donation of urns with each veteran's name engraved, and there was a lot of support from the Patriot Guard in transporting these veterans to their resting place here at the Iowa Veterans Cemetery.
The Americans we honor today unselfishly served our nation so that we might enjoy life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They won't be telling us how to honor them today, but I believe that Holmes's proposition to think of life and not of death is the best way to honor a fallen soldier.
Now, volunteers were asked to serve as pallbearers and also as if they were members of the family, as flags were presented to those volunteers at the cemetery here at the Iowa Veterans Cemetery. And Janae, the thing that's amazing, when you look at their backgrounds, a lot of these veterans had very distinguished military careers. Some of them, they accomplished quite a bit during their service, and yet at the end of their life, there's no family there. So it's nice to see so many people from central Iowa step up and turn out to honor them.
Absolutely. That final salute, so important. Thanks a lot, Roger Riley, reporting live for us from the Iowa Veterans Cemetery.